In a world where every adult pleasure is just a moment away, where temptation lurks around every corner, have you ever stopped to ponder the true cost of these indulgences? Why would a philosophy that's over 2,000 years old advise restraint in a world teeming with these delights? Today, we're diving deep into the Stoic perspective on why indulging in adult pleasures might not be the path to true happiness. In the heart of Stoicism lies a profound understanding of human nature and the pitfalls of excessive pleasure. The Stoics, like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, weren't strangers to the allure of adult pleasures, yet they advised caution and mindfulness in their pursuit. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, believed that pleasure, when not guided by virtue, becomes a vice. He warned against the seduction of sensual delights, emphasizing that when we surrender to them, they begin to control us. The pursuit of adult pleasures, he argued, often leads to an endless chase, a void that can never be filled. Consider the nature of adult pleasures. Whether it's the thrill of romance, the allure of wealth, or the seduction of power, these pursuits can easily become obsessions. The Stoics observed that such obsessions distract us from our true purpose and lead us away from tranquility. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, echoed this sentiment. He advised that we should enjoy life's pleasures, but always remain master of ourselves. We ought to check the impulses of the senses, he wrote. They try to pull us toward themselves, but we must keep ourselves in balance, in line with what is right. He observed that life is replete with sensory experiences that, while inherently neutral, can dominate our will and judgment if left unchecked. The color of the wine is lovely, but it is not the wine that pleases the eye, he mused. It's the mind that attaches value to it, and can just as easily refuse to be seduced by its hue. In Marcus's view, the challenge lies in our perception of pleasures. Adult pleasures, be it the taste of fine wine, the thrill of a passionate romance, or the lure of wealth and fame, are not problematic in themselves. It's our attachment to these pleasures that leads to turmoil. He warns of the dangers of becoming enslaved by our desires. A mind that is enslaved to any pleasure, Marcus Aurelius wrote, becomes a breeding ground for fear of its loss. This fear, he believed, robs us of our freedom and equanimity. Yet, Marcus Aurelius did not advocate for a life devoid of pleasure. Instead, he called for a disciplined enjoyment, an approach where we engage with life's offerings but remain detached from their grip. Enjoy the pleasures of life, he counseled, but let them not become your master. This inner mastery is at the core of Stoic philosophy. It involves cultivating a state of mind where one is fully present in the enjoyment of pleasures, yet always conscious of the transient nature of these experiences. It's about finding joy without falling into the trap of dependency. The hedonistic trap lies in its illusion of happiness. It promises joy and satisfaction through the relentless pursuit of pleasure. Yet, as Stoics argue, this pursuit often leads to a paradox. The more we chase pleasure, the more elusive it becomes. Take, for instance, the nature of adult pleasures. The rush of a new romance, the thrill of a luxury purchase, the satisfaction of social recognition. These experiences can be exhilarating, but their effect is often fleeting. They demand continual repetition, creating an endless cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. Furthermore, hedonism can distort our values and priorities. When the pursuit of pleasure becomes central to our lives, we risk neglecting our responsibilities, relationships, and personal growth. The Stoics emphasize that true fulfillment comes not from external sources, but from internal virtue and wisdom. But how do we escape this trap? The Stoic solution is not to shun pleasure, but to cultivate self-discipline and mindfulness. By being aware of the transient nature of pleasure and aligning our pursuits with our deeper values, we can enjoy life's offerings without becoming their prisoner. Epictetus, with his characteristic wisdom, taught that freedom is not secured by fulfilling our desires, but by controlling them. In mastering our impulses, we find the key to breaking free from the hedonistic cycle and discovering a deeper, more enduring form of happiness. Thus, in the Stoic journey, the trap of hedonism is recognized and avoided. It's a path that leads not towards the constant chase of pleasure, but towards a life of balance, meaning, and true contentment. In Stoicism, the art of living is often compared to walking a tightrope. It's about maintaining balance, especially when navigating the realm of adult pleasures. This balance is not about abstaining from pleasure, but about engaging with it wisely. Stoics teach us that pleasures, when enjoyed in moderation, can enhance our lives. It's when these pleasures become the center of our universe that problems arise. The key, then, is to find a middle way, a path of moderation. This middle way, often referred to as the golden mean in Stoic philosophy, is the point where one avoids both excess and deficiency. It's about enjoying a glass of wine without descending into drunkenness, engaging in a relationship without losing one's identity, or pursuing success without being consumed by ambition. The challenge here is distinguishing between healthy enjoyment and overindulgence. Stoics like Seneca advise us to regularly practice self-reflection. By examining our actions and motives, we can discern whether we are maintaining balance or veering towards excess. Marcus Aurelius also offers guidance in this endeavor. He suggests that we ask ourselves, is this necessary, before indulging in any pleasure? By questioning the necessity and value of our desires, we can keep them in check and ensure they align with our overall well-being and virtue. Moreover, the Stoics emphasize the importance of gratitude and presence in enjoying life's pleasures. By being fully present and appreciative of the moment, we can enjoy pleasures without becoming attached to them. It's about savoring the experience, not just the outcome. Epictetus, with his practical wisdom, reminds us that external pleasures are not within our complete control. Therefore, attaching our happiness to them sets us up for disappointment. Instead, he encourages us to focus on what we can control, our responses and attitudes. In finding balance, the Stoics do not call for a joyless life. Rather, they invite us to a life where joy is derived not from external pleasures alone, but from the inner peace that comes with self-mastery and virtuous living. Thus, in the Stoic journey towards eudaimonia, a state of flourishing, balance is key. By practicing moderation, self-reflection, and gratitude, we can navigate the waters of adult pleasures with wisdom and find lasting happiness and fulfillment. In Stoicism, the ultimate goal is eudaimonia, a state of contentment and flourishing. By avoiding the enslavement to adult pleasures, we move closer to this ideal state of being. Thank you for joining us in this exploration. Remember, the Stoic path is not about restriction, but about liberation.